Hey y'all, welcome back to Gonna Wanna Hear This. It's been a minute, and you know what that y'all know what a minute means. Could be yesterday, but y'all know it's been a couple of months since I made a video. So much has happened since the last upload of video. Literally a couple of days, few days after, it's like my life changed, for good, definitely. So much has happened since the last video, but not gonna go all into it today or in this one, maybe in the future, who knows. But I came back with another story nonetheless. This is the time that I bombed on stage. I think this was like my first time bombing. And it was pretty lowbrow, but let's just get right into it. So this had to be like maybe 2 years ago now. I don't know, it feels like a long time now, but it was a late November night. Like I was just at an open mic in North Hollywood, and it was one of my favorite open mics to go to. It was an outdoor mic, backyard, like the homie's house and stuff, and they would draw like a really good crowd. They don't have it going anymore, but it was a lot of fun when the open mic was going on. But yeah, it was just another open mic night, and I go up with a new bit, with a new joke. I still do this joke to this day, but that was like my first time since writing it, like trying it out in front of an audience. And the joke, I'll just like sum it up. It's like me describing if Siri were black, if Apple had a black Siri. And so I had like this whole bit about that. Like, it was my first time trying it out. I get into maybe the first 2-3 lines of it. It's good. It's like, people are laughing, I'm getting a good response. And it's doing comedy. It's very humbling. Probably the most humbling I'd say experiences out of the performing, arts, it's like singing, acting, on stage, doing, Broadway, whatever, dancing, but doing stand-up comedy, that art form, it's just you. It's just you, and you have the audience in the palm of your hands, hoping to make them laugh or not. So, the joke goes over well, and I'm in front of other comics, and if you're not a comic and you haven't been to any open mics, doing stand-up, then it's hard to perform in an open mic in front of other comedians, because a lot of comedians are not supportive and stuff, and then it's so male-dominated, being the only woman in the room sometimes, telling jokes, and the only black woman in the room. It's hard, trying to make these guys laugh. And so, the audience is pretty typical. So, mostly guys. I'm probably the only woman, or the only one of few. And they laugh. They like the bit. And this is my first joke out the gate, and I have 5 minutes on stage to get everything off my chest, and my mind goes blank, because I'm oh, that went over well. I'm so excited in my head, trying to play it cool, and I went blank. Did not say a word. No words came out of my mouth. My mind is steady going. And, to say I only had 5 minutes on stage, I was only in the first minute. It felt like an eternity was going by. I'm speak. In my head, I'm Rachelle, speak. And I could not get the next thing out of my head, because I was too caught up on the first joke going over so well. They were laughing and stuff, and I'm I finally said this out loud, and I'm sorry, y'all. And I'm looking at my phone at the next jokes that I want to do, yet not a mumbling word comes out. and I blank. I say some gibberish, some ramble. I don't know what I said. Like after I blanked, and like I gave like a lot of time back to my room, and cause at an open mic too, you pay in dollars the amount of minutes you're going to spend on stage. So it's like $5 for 5 minutes, $10 for 10 minutes and stuff. And so I paid, only did 5 minutes, I paid $5. I probably only stayed on stage for like, 2-3 minutes. And then like, I was like, yeah, thank y'all been great. They clapped for me at the end. But I felt so embarrassed, even after getting a great reaction of a joke I had just did for the first time. The fact that my mind went blank and I said nothing else, it was like silence, radio silence from me on stage. Even, we were outside. It was like the world had gone mute. This was before the mute challenge, from B. And yeah, I was like, and after that night, I don't think I had got on stage until like another 3 or 4 months, probably longer than that, because I was so embarrassed. And then looking back on it, I should have just like swallowed it and went right back to an open mic, probably like the next night or like the next week. I should not have been off stage that long, because it was like, I don't know, it was not worth it. Like, me getting in my head, like, because it's not like, it would have been different had like I, been telling jokes and they, just didn't go over, It's like, now I bomb, just by telling bad jokes and stuff. But to bomb, this is a very unique bomb, to bomb on stage by just going silent after telling a damn good joke and stuff. That was, I don't know that this ever happened before in the comedy community, but yeah, so funny. But like I was saying, it's like me today looking back, and it's like, man, girl, you could have just got back up. Them people wasn't gonna remember that. But like in my head, it's like, oh, everybody's gonna remember and stuff, and bring it up next time. Like none of that happened. And it didn't happen because I didn't go back to mic like 4 to 6 months. But yeah, it's like, I hope to never. And bombs will come and go. I like, safe to say, I haven't bombed on stage since. I haven't like gone mute or blank on stage since. But yeah, I think that has taught me, now looking back on, it's like take everything in stride and stuff. And I'm still a very early comic and stuff. Still finding my voice. Still coming up and doing new ideas. And and how to say and what to talk about on stage. Like I'm still, very much figuring all that out. And I'm like, I've been doing this like kind of consistently-ish, like 3 or 4 years now. It's a lot of fun. It's hard, but it's fun and challenging, but just life and stuff. And yeah, so that's about the time I bombed. I think I bombed on stage, I'm sure, when you hear like people like, Dion Cole or, Ali Wong, all these people, and they talk about they bomb on stage, it's like a little more brutal. But, I think that I just only bombed in me. I bombed in my own head, it's like it kind of stuck with me. But anyways, that's my bombing story. I'll probably come back on here more. Hopefully not, but I mean, everybody bombs, every once in a while and stuff. So yeah, thank y'all for tuning in and coming back to my channel. It's been a minute, and I hope to not be gone for another long time. I want to come back, tell my stories, tell my life, share my life with y'all, and hopefully y'all find some entertainment, some joy in me doing so. And so, yeah, thank you for tuning in. Going to hear this. See you next time.